you know, I feel like at some point, the maturity in the man has to be materialized. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and let me clarify that more, right? So like, I feel like, you know, we can all talk about maturity, you know? You find out you have a lot of influencers nowadays. You have a lot of rappers talking, you know, enlightenment, but you have a small group of rappers that'll actually let you live the growth with them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with me personally and my audience, they've grown with me from my sister's couch to where I'm at now. And then also intellectually, they've grown with me. As I learn, I share. And the business side of the music and entrepreneurship, I'm also sharing with my audience. So I feel like, you know, we're all growing together through these chapters that I'm dropping. And I felt like Hunger Games 2 was so dope, was so good on the ears that I had to challenge myself to either catch that bar again or pass that bar, surpass that bar. So it was more of a challenge to myself to see if I can deliver another quality album like Hunger Games 2 was. So there's 10, there's 10 tracks. I wrote this album and I designed this project almost as a like how filmmakers would film a movie. And what I say that is this, like, I'm gonna present to you the problems. I'm gonna present to you the nature and the characters that are in those problems. Then I'm gonna show you how they got out of those problems. You know what I'm saying? So I want the album to serve as a visual, audio, videography. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's the best way I can describe it. Well, I think that on this album, like you said, there's been a lot of ups and downs, right? And there's been a lot of things that have come to surface through this project. But I think that the album, in a weird kind of way, helped me keep poise. So as I was going through challenges, and I was going through real challenges. Like it was becoming almost evident that, to me, I mean, looking from a lot of people tell me, a lot of people will see me in the street trying to be like, damn, my dog, you on the come up. You on the come up, you shining. But to me, I don't see it because I'm in it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in the shoes of the player. I'm not on the stands watching. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to grasp that. The only thing that I grasp are the challenges, financial, emotionally, and circumstantial, that come my way as I'm trying to reach my dreams and chase these goals. And what comes with the life that we live with is financial, for one. Secondly, it's life and death with friends and family that come and go. And third, it's the hate. You know what I'm saying? The hate and the how should I say, the resistance that we get. I was just about to, I don't want to use the word quit, but I was about to take a back seat to all this shit recently. I want to say in the last 6 months, I really thought to myself, like, damn, this might be my last album. You know what I'm saying? This might be my last project. Because as an ambitious man and as a businessman, I'm gonna exploit the opportunities that bring me the most fortune and success for me to provide for my family. You know what I'm saying? So you start to question yourself and think to yourself, like, am I being selfish? Am I holding down my family's progress? Am I looking away from actual success because I'm chasing this dream? Not only am I chasing a dream, I'm chasing a legacy. Because to chase a dream is different. It's something imaginary. What I want to chase is virtues that I want to leave behind to the youth under me, and even the men that are at my age, and so forth, the women, right? So it was a test of poise, dog. It was a test of practicing what you preach. You know what I'm saying? And it was really easy for me to understand that I have a place in this game when a fellow artist by the name of Prayers put me in a position to win without looking for anything in return, or looking to benefit from me, or even bragging about it. You understand what I'm saying? When I seen somebody hand down opportunities so elegantly, I almost felt obligated to put myself in the position to do the same in the future for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, man, I just feel really I don't want to say, let me see, man. I feel real, man, dog. How should I feel truly redefined. You know what I'm saying? I feel like purity is in reach now. You know what I'm saying? Because I stood down and I kept my virtues alive and I kept my beliefs and I didn't exploit nothing that I could have. You know what I mean? I stood true to my culture, stood true to my upbringing, and I stood true to my last name. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'm bearing fruit to it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, financially we're good. I didn't expect nothing but resistance when I came into this shit, and I expected to be, how should I say it, man? Like, take it for granted. I expect to be taken for granted. I expect it to be overlooked, and I expect to be underappreciated, because that's just been life for me, period. So with this music, man, like, I've given myself so much more self-worth, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, I practice what I preach, man. Like, I stay true to my roots, I stay true to my heart, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man that fears God, you feel what I'm saying? I always put that at the forefront of everything that I do. I know it carries a lot of violence. I know my music carries a lot of hopelessness, but then I also know that it also carries a lot of faith and the opposite of hopelessness, which is success. You know what I'm saying? And I'm no different than any scripture, any religious book that you pick up right now. You know what I'm saying? They all come with the same trials and tribulations. I want them to see it as a hunger towards the preservation of truth. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, in truth lies everything that you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have an honest conversation with somebody and they're truthful with you, you're going to know right there and then, are we going further or are we going to end it here? In business, if you step into yourself into a situation and people that you're doing business with are being truthful with you, you're gonna know right away at that meeting whether you're going to be successful or unsuccessful through it. You know what I'm saying? So with this music, I'm trying to encourage people to put themselves in situations when they're vulnerable, to put themselves in situations where they can learn, and to put themselves in situations that make them uncomfortable. Because to become comfortable in uncomfortable situations is the ultimate recipe to success. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that's worthwhile is gonna come easy. Nothing easy is worth even obtaining. You know what I'm saying? So let's do the work. Let's do the hard work. Let's have that hunger in us that is resilient, man, that is nonstop, that can overcome fatigue, that can overcome hopelessness, that can even overcome financial burdens. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the conversation to change in the hood. I want the conversations to stop talking about how many bodies the homies caught. I want to talk about how much gross the homies just grossed from a business that they opened up, or maybe even what trades the homies are picking up and what government funding we can put together to further train more of our people into these trades and come up together. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, we didn't even know those conversations existed before. Like, there was either one choice or another. It was go to the military or it was go to prison. You know what I'm saying? In the hood before. You know, if you were a fuck up, if you were just a normal dude that wasn't intellectually above anybody else, if you just had the bare minimum to work with. And I think that you know, with this album, like, come on, let's be realistic. Like, I'm probably listen, I lost my mom when I was a kid. My dad had his own struggles. I started doing time at the age of 13. I didn't stop doing time to the age of 33. No, 35. I didn't stop doing time to the age of 35. I came home to nothing, and now I have more than everybody in my family, you know? And I don't say that as a negative. I'm not to belittle anybody, but I'm just using that as an example. Like, and I did that in a stretch of 5 years, 5.5 years. And the beautiful thing is this, that there's individuals still in prison right now on 3 yards that were with me that are never coming home. There's individuals on the prison yard that were in riots with me. There's individuals with me that were in cars where we did shit. You know, there's people out here right now that did robberies with me that I got convicted for. There's people here that saw me sleep in the park, you know what I'm saying, when they were sleeping in their warm home. So to me, it's like, yeah, I wanted to make up for a lot of losses, and I had the hunger for that, but at the same time, like, I wanted to put my family in a position to where those things won't happen to none of us ever again. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to put my community and my circle on notice that these changes are being made. And how do you do that? Like, I know a lot of people have opinions from their bedrooms, but nobody has an opinion when they're feeding the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need an opinion at that point. The reality is there. Like, I know a lot of people that'll judge me, right? Because, you know, I go to strip clubs and get fucked up. and I talk gangster shit and I still bang my hood, right? Right, I understand that. But my rebuttal to that is like, hey, I'm a man doing what men do. I'm still of flesh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still desire to put my chest out, but at the same time, I know my limitations. When I go to strip club, my girl's with me, you know what I'm saying? Or family members that can hold me accountable for my actions, you know what I'm saying? When you see me at a club, I'm not there to spend money. I'm there making money. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm talking my shit, it's for a reason. It's something that needs to be said. It's not just because I woke up every day, just run my mouth. Like, there's so many men right now making a habit of running their mouth. You see these bloggers, you see all these sites it's just men talking. I don't know if those men realize it, but they're being demasculated with every word that they speak. Like, a man shouldn't talk that much. A man should communicate through actions. You know what I'm saying? Men build, men harvest, men write. You know what I'm saying? Men create. We're not designed bigger and stronger by accident. So yeah, I just want to, bring that back to the game, man, and show that the grit is necessary, that the suffering is necessary, the risk taking is necessary, the self-worth and believing in yourself is necessary. You know what I'm saying? And the disconnection of everything electronic is necessary too. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back to our original, and we need to get back to the dirt, man. We need to get, from the dirt we come, and to the dirt we'll go back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need to understand that. I understand, dog, that I'm only gonna be as strong as the sin that I deny. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning it's like to me, it's like, who do you want to play chess with? You want to play chess with the devil, or you want to play chess with God? I'd rather learn from God because even the devil failed at some point. There's no way that I'm gonna go practice jump shots with Shmush Parker when I can practice them with Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it comes down to. It's like, I understand the importance of integrity. I understand the importance of virtues. I understand the importance of honor. And listen, I'm not perfect to the fullest extent. The difference between me and most men is that I'll share with you my weaknesses. And even though you could use them against me, I'm cool with that. I'm already ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is strategic, because I know that I don't have the luxury to act on impulse and on emotion. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at a kid, he makes a mistake. Oh, he's a kid. When you look at a female, oh, she's a female. When you look at a man, he's a bitch. There's no like middle ground for us, for men. We don't have the luxury to compromise anything. And like I said earlier, right? You got to know yourself well, right? And I know myself. And as me knowing myself, there's one thing that I do understand about myself a lot, right? I don't like being told shit, dog. So what do you do when you don't want to be told nothing? You make sure you cross all your T's and you dot all your I's. You know what I'm saying? Because the smallest fraction of error can become a huge blow of somebody with so much integrity. The only thing that they could accuse Jesus of was saying that he was the Son of God. Other than that, they didn't have shit on him, dog. But look at what happened out of those actions, right? So that tells you, if somebody ever tries to compromise my integrity, it's going to make a bigger noise than me trying to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? Because people already know what I stand on. And at the end of the day, you don't got to defend yourself when you're transparent, when you're honest, and when you have honor behind what you say. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of rappers, they're falling off. A lot of rappers can't even claim their city no more. You got a lot of rappers right now that are so in love with the sound of their own lies, dog, that they walk out of their sisters or their moms or their dad's house, and the world, they're bosses, fool. You know what I'm saying? I trip out, right? I've had a conversation with a lot of friends, and when they first find out their girl's pregnant, or they thought their girl was pregnant and ended up not being pregnant, right? They're like, fuck. They're like, I dodged a bullet, man. Fucking babies cost a lot, right? And to me, it's funny when people say that, because my sister used to always tell me, where 3 people are fed, 4 people can be fed, and 5 people can be fed. So I always took that analogy, and I saw it come into fruition with my children. You know, every child that I've had, even my oldest one, has brought me some kind of success or elevated my maturity. With this fool, I have a son now, right? My baby son. We just had a son. So my 11-month-old Emiliano. So with him, it's funny you ask that, because with every child I've gone through phases. You know what I'm saying? And with this one, with him, it's like now I feel like I'm at my peak maturity, because now it's about employing him in the future with the moves that I make currently now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more about, and I can give you an example, right? My girl recently was like, I want to get out the house. I want to find a job. I'm tired of just being a housewife, you know? I've had enough of it. I want to help you out financially. So I told her, look, man, first and foremost, you're my girl. Ain't no man going to tell you when to get up. Ain't no man going to tell you when to eat lunch. Ain't no man going to tell you when you could come home to me. You know what I'm saying? If we have that luxury, now I tell her, like, if you had to work, fuck it. Then you had to work. That's not up to us, right? Yeah. But since we have the option of you not working, why don't we just sacrifice a few trips, a few plans we were going to make, and open you up your own business, and you're your own boss. So with my child now, I see it as as I'm learning, I want to document it just in case the unfortunate happens and I'm not there in the future. You know what I'm saying? To give them these jewels, right? I want to leave enough work ethic. I want to leave enough body of work together, whether it's through my businesses, my career, or my music, to where he's always going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I haven't found success in one investment, right? It's been an accumulation of investments that I've done that have kept me afloat. Yeah. So small increments include a stable foundation. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm trying to show my son. I'm trying to show my son, and I'm trying to like leave enough body of work, like I said, proof that these methods can work, because I'm going through the trials and tribulations of them first. And then secondly, yeah, man, I feel like with my son, like being born, it allowed me to also understand that, like, as much as I like to feel and think that I'm in control of a lot of shit, like, I'm not. You know, God has his own plans. My destiny has its own book written out already. I just gotta learn to appreciate where I'm at now. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to being in unfortunate situations that it's almost like fight or flight syndrome. I'm stuck in flight, you know? Yeah. I never allowed to come off of that. So now with my kids, period, it allows me to do that. It allows me to take a step back. And it's like, dog, like, chill. Like, you're not in survival mode no more. You got babies. Like, you have a home, you know? You can't really fucking be acting like, you know, like you're unfortunate with so much fortune. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's showing me to, yeah, man, stop burdening myself with so much misfortune in my past. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's something to be said about trauma. Like, trauma is something that is permanent to your hard drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it never leaves, dog. And just because you forget about it and don't talk about it no more, doesn't mean that your soul forgot about it. Your spirit forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? And I can give you the best example, right? Before, when me and my girl would argue or have a disagreement, or you know, she was questioning my loyalty, how faithful I am, I would always go into defense mode, like I was talking to my ex-bitch that was a slut and a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? That I knew that any sign of her feeling insecure was going to turn to her being unfaithful. And we're going to have a pissing contest. Who's catching the body and who's catching the body. That's the type of relationships I was in before. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hood relationships, dog. Like, oh, you fucked the homie? All right, I'm going to fuck two of yours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That type of shit. So with my girl, she taught me that's what immature people do, is go tit for tat. And I give her credit for that, even though she's younger than me. She taught me that, like, she never chose to go tit for tat with me. You know what I mean? She expressed her disappointments and her frustration and anger with me, and then she stepped back and allowed me to react to it. Now, once I reacted to it, she would determine how she would address it further. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now with our arguments and the shit that we go through, it's like, I don't do that no more. I don't feel the pressure to have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die with the consequences of this argument. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be insecure to the point to where I gotta have the last laugh, or I gotta be the, you know what I'm saying? I gotta win. It's okay. Nobody has to win. You feel what I'm saying? Just the fact that we're compromising creates a win. With me having a family and being this rap game and this music shit and living this lifestyle, it's allowed me to just be more strategic and more conscious of where I'm going, who I'm doing it with, what I'm putting out there, and what I want in return. You feel what I'm saying? Because for everything you throw out there, it's a boomerang for what comes back. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So it just made me a lot more conscious. Like, I decided not to entertain any beefs, because in reality, at this point, I just come off like a bully. Nobody really wants it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, so it's like, so then why continue to like, look, dog, and when I say nobody wants it, I don't say it as in they're weak. Shit, for all I know, they're smarter than I am. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, when motherfuckers don't respond, it makes me think to myself like, damn, why didn't old boy get back at me?
Right.
Or damn, why? Okay. Like I'm willing to learn from my enemy too. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is myself. You know what I mean? A lot of times my best teacher is myself. You know? So yeah, my relationship and my family structure has fucking changed me a lot. You know what I'm saying? But man, you can't. You know, the warrior's still in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And through the music is my best form to let that fool express himself. You know what I mean? That part of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand that I need an outlet. You know what I mean? I surround myself with people that aren't gonna test my ego. I'm surrounded with people that are gonna keep that allow my ego to take a break. You feel what I'm saying? I don't surround myself with people that are going through the same fucking battles as me. You know what I'm saying? If you look around my circle sometimes, I'm with a lot of older people than me sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, or people that are more successful. You know what I'm saying? Because they could be younger than me, but their success defines their true maturity. You feel what I'm saying? So I surround myself with people like, I'm gonna give you a prime example, King Lil G, right? King Lil G told me a long time ago. he was like, bro. I don't work with those individuals because I understand in the way that they view me. They don't view me as equals. You know what I'm saying? They don't view me as their equal. He told me, and for me to put aside my own personal beliefs of myself and how important I am to try and fit in with other people, he told me like, it's just not gonna happen, dog. He's like, you know, he goes, I understand that I'm not for everybody and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that I believe in and I like might not be for them people either. Like, everybody has their own following, everybody has their own background they come from, everybody has their own shit. Like, for you to think that everybody's gonna be like accommodating to your likes is for you just to be arrogant. You know what I'm saying? He's all, everything comes with its difference. So everybody comes with their differences. So I understand that I just have to be true to myself, dog, because I come from good people. You know what I'm saying? I've been taught the right way. I've been groomed the right way. I don't got nothing to prove no more at this point. Like, at this point, to be honest with you, dog, the only thing that I have to prove is I feel that as a Latino, Hispanic, whatever, however you want to label me, right? that we have a place in this game, you know what I'm saying? And we have a place in this game without having to compromise our authenticity. Stay true to who we are and cater to our community, and then therefore other people will gravitate, because what, like people always say, good music sells itself. You don't gotta force that shit down nobody's throat, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we're going through the growing pains of being a factor in this industry and being successful as entertainers, right? But you gotta understand, man, like, your individuality, your integrity, like who you are, will always outshine the shit that other people are trying to do to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there's clones all day, every day of everything. You know what I mean? So your authenticity is honestly your highest value. So the more original you can be and more different, that's just what it is. Look at the artists that we look up to. They're all different. Like, Tupac was, you know, he practiced dance before he became an actor and shot out with the cops and fuck, like, everybody's just groomed different. So I no longer let people put expectations on me for myself. You know what I'm saying? I put my own expectations on me, and I do everything that I possibly can to come out winning. You know what I'm saying? I understand the importance that my woman that she brings into my life. So I'm a man, right? And I'm a very, I want to say proud man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to use ego. I'll say proud, right? So I understand the importance of the status that she gives me. You understand what I'm saying? I understand that when I step into a room and people know that I'm faithful and I'm committed to my relationship, they know that I hold integrity and value when they're dealing with me. So a man that values his family and glorifies his wife and puts her on a pedestal and is willing to let her grow with him financially as he grows is somebody that I want to do business with also. So the status that she brings to me, by motherfuckers know they can't drop $20 and go see her at a strip club, asshole naked. The fact that motherfuckers know that they can't come around while I'm in misfortune and take her from me with gifts and, materialistic things that men offer to women. It gives me a value that only a woman can give me. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that it's important for us as men to understand, like, look, man, you talking about bitches, fucking bitches. I'm talking about living my life with a queen. It's two different things. There's way different levels to this shit. You're talking about how many bitches you can have. Well, my dog King can probably have the same bodies as you have. You know what I'm saying? And he's an animal. You feel what I'm saying? I think I inherited that. I think that I inherited that from my mother and my father. So my mother was first generation here. Before she passed away, she made sure to bring every relative, not only of her side of the family, but my dad's side of the family into this country. My dad, on the other hand, allowed my mother to house her relatives as well as friends and then his relatives in our home and never complained about it. You know, my dad was a very giving, humble man, like as far as that, like he never saw a cousin or uncle on the couch and thought to himself, fuck, I can't watch my football game, or fuck, we got to share dinner with all these people, like fuck, he never, ever complained, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I take that as like, it's a beautiful thing, dog, to me, because I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that I could have. I said it in one of my songs. At one point, we had 21 immigrants sleeping in one roof in our house, and there was a duplex 2-bedroom house that we didn't even own. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it takes a lot for a man to do that, somebody to do that, and it takes a lot for a woman to do that too. Like, not only take into consideration her bloodline, but her husband's. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not only bringing my family, I'm bringing yours too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's inherited, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I believe that a giving heart is inherited through my parents. You know what I'm saying? So I give credit to them for that. I see even the way that I was fortunate to have good, big homies around me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I see the thing that they taught me and how they took care of me to be relevant to this day, because now we're so detached. Like, think about it. How many rappers do the little homies have that they can look up to and be like, man, that's my big homie right there? No. Them days are over. Because even the rappers that are my age are trying to fit in with the little homies. They're still searching their own identity. They don't know if they're young or old. They don't know if they're, you know what I mean? Yeah. If they're grown or not. Like, motherfuckers are still stuck, dog. Motherfuckers are still trying to compete with IG and compete with the little homies. It's like, dog, like, your position at this point is to hand down jewels, you know what I'm saying? It's to teach these homies how to harvest, Teach these motherfuckers how to build. Like, I think it's such a beautiful way of bonding, man, So we had 3 kids in just my household, which was my 2 sisters and myself. And then my mom would borrow my aunt's kids' birth certificates and all that and get as many kids as she could and then go pick up kids that were related to us, at the border and cross them over. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I said, that's inherited. I give that credit to my parents, because when you're taught a certain way, dog, like that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have told me before, like why didn't you communicate with somebody about that? Or why didn't you talk about those problems or those worries you were going through? And it's like, who was I gonna talk to? Like, everybody was looking at me for strength. How the fuck was I gonna go to my sisters, which are females? How am I gonna go to my dad, which, is absent? And how am I gonna go to the homies my age, which are probably going to judge me due to their immaturity. And then how am I going to go to my older homies hoping that they understand what I'm going through? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you don't know nothing else, that's all you do. And that's why it's important to drill all these virtues in people. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it becomes more of, it's not even practice, it's just habit. You know what I'm saying? And then we want to be righteous. You feel what I'm saying? We're looking to be, that's how I grew up, bro. Like, honestly, if you wrote out a murder case, that means you kept your mouth shut. And when I was a kid, even kids already had these nuts. Like, you had 15, 16-year-old dudes fighting murder beasts and wouldn't tell each other. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, now you got, you know, publicized rappers telling each other and all this shit. And you know, I mean, I think we just need to give people back something to be proud of, dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to give them something to look back and be proud of and say, like, yeah, that was my guy. You know, like, unfortunately, dog, the artist that we did have that passed away, to me, it's like, it's such a big loss, fool. Such a big loss to all communities, because rap and hip hop is so influential. Like, to me, dog, look, man, if you're a fan of hip hop, that's your race. You're not, you know, like, like to me, hip hop is just so profound into people. And you know, we talk about Chicano rap and all this shit in my genre. Chicano rap is just the little brother trying to be accepted by the big brother, which is hip hop, fool. You know what I mean? We're that little brother, fool, and we're not gonna stop because we are who we are. In our nature, as Latinos, Hispanic, Mexicans, whatever, Salvadoran, whatever, we always want to live up to expectations, dog. That's just who we are. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing to me. Like, I think that it's necessary, dog, because hip hop constantly evolves. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that it's important for, like, my culture to understand hip hop further, so that therefore we can grow music also. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, like, we have so many sounds that are just so traditional, like, to our people, that we've had forever. I mean, dog, you talk about forever. We're on the same drum patterns, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, every corrido has the same fucking drum pattern, you know what I mean? And I mean, dog, it's like, yeah, it's beautiful to hold on to our roots. That's just great, you know? I mean, give me a bottle of Don Julio, it's on. That's all I want to hear, right? But it's also beautiful when you see, like, a prayers, you know? Showing his true, like, nature, his real energy, dog. Like, we don't know what it sounded like when our ancestors were in the jungles, fool, playing music. Like, we just don't. Like, a lot of people try to act like they don't, but we don't know, dog. You feel what I'm saying? For all we know, like, they weren't even hitting vocal notes. For all we know, they were just expressing energy. You know what I mean? Yelling at the top of their lungs. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that as a culture, yeah, man, we need to step our game up as far as the music business, dog. Because if not, I mean, we're just gonna keep catering to each other, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. But you want to spread your culture. You know what I'm saying? Look, even Marvel knows. Marvel's on it. They put all real rappers from Mexico for, like, their artists. None of ours over here, fool. Not us that claim to be Mexican rappers, fool. They put the real Mexican rappers on, you know what I mean? Which is, hey, dog, salute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important, but guess what? Because everybody's a brick in the foundation, bro. You know, the highest paid entertainer right now, I don't know if paid, but the most streamed and Googled entertainer right now is Bad Bunny. And he's, you know, he's one of mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope, dog. And I think that, like I told you before, like, nobody's done it for my culture, for us, you know what I'm saying? And I know if somebody did, fuck, dog, like, it would make so many people proud. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make our people proud one way or another, you know what I'm saying? I want you to take away, man, the importance of commitment. You know what I mean? Being committed is probably one of the lowest risk, highest reward situation that you could put yourself in. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a no-brainer, statistic-wise, you know, energy-wise, and financially. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know one person, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know one person that has stuck to one thing till he mastered it and wasn't successful. Like, dog, like, that's, I mean, it's right? Right. No, okay. Yeah. Even people that are committed to fucking up, you know what I'm saying? They fuck up to where they never get out one day, fool. You know what I'm saying? They stay committed. What's up, baby? Give me a video. Here, baby, bring me the phone. Bring me the phone. I know, give me it. It's okay.